What's up, guys? Matthew, getting ready to watch Season 5, Episode 11 of The Sopranos. This season has really heated up again. I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying that the beginning of the season was bad, because it wasn't. It was great, like every single episode of The Sopranos. But specifically, these last couple episodes have been really good. And I'm excited to see what this one is. You guys know me, I'm going to yap a lot throughout the episode, and I'm going to yap a lot. Considerably more at the end of the episode, so I do want to hop straight into it. If you guys do like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full length reaction up on Patreon. I am already a very far amount of episodes ahead by now. I may already even be done the show completely by now on Patreon, so if you're interested in that, check the YouTube comments to see the exact episode I'm on, and go over to the Patreon. The final thing, the most important thing, if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. Again, it really does help me out. Let's get into Season 5, Episode 11. My favorite way to start off an episode. That is the peak male right there. You may not like it, but that is the hottest specimen that has ever graced our planet.
You must be hungry.
You're not gonna cook, are you?
You must be hungry. I mean, if you said that to him at any point in the day, you're probably correct.
3 sun-filled days on white sand.
Got AJ on weekends.
Well,
So
send his
on
ass home.
Monday, get a great rate on an ocean view. The air is the same temperature as your body, so you don't even need to wear clothes.
God damn, is she getting commission off this shit? Why, she's selling it.
I just want your undivided attention for once. Is it so much to fucking ask for a little bit of attention?
Shit.
What the fuck? Oh, this is a dream. This is a dream? This is not real. This is not real. There's no chance that that is real.
Got it. You're okay.
Okay. The dream. This is a dream. It's gonna be someone different under there.
There he is.
Was that real?
It is good to see you. You finally made the trip out here, huh?
What do you mean?
Well,
You in that suit.
long way, huh?
I hate him in the suit.
And this is some more. For the Joey Peeps thing. Not all of it.
Jesus, I did a clean job.
Fuck it, it's embarrassing. But that's the way your little Carmine and Rusty are doing things over there now.
Yeah, there's no planning.
It's his wife in installments.
I redid my names list. My final one for the show. I forgot to write Rusty's name down.
I don't miss a fucking day of it. The parts with this fire plug were the best.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just kiss already.
Oh, I almost forgot.
It's crazy that these people like love people in the business more than it feels like their significant others or their wives or their girlfriends. Oh my god, dude!
Hey, how you doing?
I'm so shocked
Breathe.
right now. This
No, it's...
I still can't believe that this is real.
My hair.
Well, the good news is it'll grow back. And the burn's a 2nd degree, so you don't need a skin graft or that hyperbolic chamber. You're gonna look the same as you always did.
This is the most shocking switch of any plot line in any show.
A wig. Whatever. And don't worry about nothing.
And you know the thing with Tony, he's not coming back. He'll pay for it, but he ain't coming back.
Let's go, move on.
Pop, pop, pop. Oh, wow, okay. Running us off the road. Stopping us?
Fucking great.
Bro, I am not... If someone does it to me, I am not leaving my car. I'm speeding away.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck you were looking at. Fuck is this?
Inch. Sorry about that. We're on our way to you.
He's a fucking menace.
Why'd you use a fucking phone? I'm an old man. I don't see so good in the dark.
Jesus, relax. Johnny wants to see you.
This late? I'll see you tomorrow.
Apparently, it's got to be now. You know, he's in one of his moods.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I'll follow you over.
Whatever. Let's go.
He's the... Is Phil the Grim Reaper? Very inefficient way to do things. Jesus, guys, it's an old man. Get him in there.
Hey, Jesus, no. Bill, please. Billy, Billy, you know me.
Couldn't you fucking retire?
Billy, for God's sake, you know me.
This man is a man. It's funny. I said at like the beginning of the season, like a whole bunch of people are coming out of jail. Like we're gonna have some allies or some lower level players, but one of these people is going to be the menace of the season. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be Feach at the beginning of the season, but it has fully turned into Phil.
We did good over at the casino last night.
I seriously dread going home. That fucking Guatemalan. She forgets her English whenever it suits her purposes. And then she shows up whenever she feels like with the fucking enchiladas.
So fire her ass. Get a new one.
This is the new one.
We'll get another new one. Break it? I don't know why. As if I can make fun of him. I'm allowed to.
Rag doll, the poor kid. That smell. Fuck that burning hair smelling. Still smelling.
Jesus Christ. I cannot believe that this shit is real.
Seen that Carmine said before he had his stroke? He smelled burning hair.
Oh, it's a bad omen.
You got a cold?
Yeah, maybe this isn't real and it's just him thinking of his death.
You come across any burn victims at that hospital in the can?
Sure,
All the
Aryan
time.
guys are always setting each other on fire.
So what's she in for? You know, the future, I mean. They said she don't need no skin grafts. Seriously, what the fuck is with you?
I just told you.
You know, the tough part is this girl is a constant.
Just go back to your fucking therapist, my man.
I was gonna end it right there that night. And now how the fuck is it gonna look?
That is a tough one.
Eh.
How the fuck does this shit always happen to me?
Well. I have the hardest life of all time.
Charmaine Bucco.
Nice set on her.
No, not like that.
It's always like that with you.
Oh, maybe like that. But also, she's a fantastic cook. She's better than Artie in some ways.
Oh, it's almost like you need Carmela back. You good over there, boss man? Hello? Why are you awesome? Why are you looking down on me?
Keep it out of the horse shit over there, will you?
He does not fit here at all. Put this man in a dirty motel, like he should be.
Oh, Jill, that's so funny.
Jesus Christ. This episode feels... I don't know! Not weird as in bad, but something feels off. Like dreamy sequence or something. New house. And he's got room service. Oh, what a handsome... Whoa. Sorry.
Whoever you are, I'd like you to stop this.
This is a... Oh, has he been doing this often? You're a fucking bum. And I hate you, Tony. I love you, Tony. I hate you, Tony. This is so pathetic. That's why I love Tony. He comes across as such a complex character, as we've talked about for hundreds of hours on my channel, I bet. But he's so... Like, he's literally every single character trait balled into one. He's pathetic, but he's kind of awesome. He's kind of badass. He's kind of smart, but he's also stupid. He's selfish. He's everything.
Escorts. New York's most exotic and...
What the hell? Is this a porn channel? Are those actually real? That's gonna sound wild. I've never actually seen a porn channel before. That's a great ringtone.
I'm not available right now. Don't leave messages on this phone.
Like, it's scaring me that we're gonna have to get to a point of, like, murder Tony B.
Yeah.
Hello.
You see my cousin?
No. But I heard about that thing last night. The old timer was a stand-up.
He's hanging up right away.
Yeah, well, that's the least of it. Hold on.
This episode feels so oddly... I don't know how to describe it. I love it.
I saw him this morning, and he must have known something, because he was acting all squirrely.
He's got a right to be upset after what him and Anne's been through together. They were cellmates at Allenwood.
I don't know, I got a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry about it. He ain't that stupid.
Paulie is so stupid. Like, I love him for it.
You want me to suck your dick now, baby?
You just cuddling?
Is that what you want, baby?
Is this another dream? Dude, am I just being fooled? Is this whole episode fucking fake? Hi.
What the fuck?
Tony, I'm so lonely.
Why are you crawling away?
I miss my Violet.
What violin?
Violet, my wife.
We're being visited by a spirit.
I'm all alone on the other side. It ain't right.
Want me to kill her for you?
Answer the fucking thing.
This whole episode feels so trippy.
If it's him, tell him you ain't seen me.
Tell who?
The man upstairs.
This is just him thinking about his inevitable fucking death.
We need you to do something.
This almost feels leftoversy.
Like what?
Our friend. Gotta go.
No problem.
Don't fuck it up. It's important.
I know it's important.
Looks haunted.
And he says, I miss my wife. Then the phone rang.
Look into your future?
It was his voice. They wanted me to do something.
What?
They wanted me to kill a guy. It was just a dream. He must be in heaven.
I love
He
this
said
so
the other
fucking much,
side.
dude.
But it was so fucking sad.
I think I don't want to speak too soon.
Well, you would know more about it than I do.
I think that there's a chance that this might be one of my favorite episodes of the show.
One of these days, Alice. One of these days.
Pow! Right in the kisser?
To the moon, Alice!
I remember when you hit me, it was like pow to the moon.
Don't get me steamed, Alice.
And then you choked the shit out of me.
Yeah, but that's after.
Yeah, this episode is incredible.
That was your mother.
Like, I'm almost like I don't know what to say. This episode is so fucking...
I died too young.
That face? In a bad way.
Are you ready for what you have to do?
You gotta have to...
I did my homework.
I don't think you're ready, my man. This almost feels fucking Twin Peaks vibes.
You want to ride up front?
No, Dad, I'm fine.
Oh my god. I know that fucking blockhead anywhere.
You know, douchebag, I realize I'm dreaming.
I got no opinion, one way or the other.
My god, it's been a while. Is it a rotating seat?
What?
Yo, I'm gonna need to talk about this episode for like 30 minutes to just try to fucking pick everything apart.
Driving you to the job.
Oh my god. What did they just say? Hey, we got a lot of money, let's just bring everyone back. Like, it's playing around with time. I don't even know if the entire episode is fit. Like, are those first scenes even fake? It felt very out of nowhere.
Tony,
Come on, give me a minute.
can you pull yourself away for once? Your head is filled with this stuff.
It's just that it's so much more interesting.
Then what?
This is bullshit.
What, are you kidding me? It is your life.
Good morning, senor.
Tell me, what day is it?
What day? What, Christmas Day, of course.
Christmas Day. Christmas Day. Then I haven't missed it. The spirits must have done everything in one night. Of course.
Will you please get dressed?
Of course the guy.
Are you coming?
Oh my god, am I watching The Substance?
Hi. How are you both?
This shit was coming. Hold up! I don't want to jump the gun. This might be my favorite episode of the show. God
There
damn,
you
man.
are. I was getting so nervous.
Hey,
We were about to start calling the hospitals.
Somebody forgot.
I'd like you to meet Finn's parents.
Like, is this stuff actually happening and he's just out of it for the actual events, or is this all fake? I think it might be
We've been
real.
enjoying getting to know your daughter.
I don't know. It's filmed very oddly. Like, it's filmed like Twin Peaks or something like that.
A husband in dental school, he'll be able to fix your mouth, honey. Then for the capper,
is it like rot or him as a child losing his teeth?
And I love you.
This episode is making me uncomfortable as well for some reason. I don't even know if I can exactly pull the reason.
To keep us apart.
something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yes, you're one.
This all feels like one giant omen. Feels like a Mr. Robot episode too.
Got a good boy out there.
Are you gonna be able to come through on the thing?
Hesitating.
Did my homework.
It's like he's keeping himself in this. Oh, dude. This episode, I feel so disappointed that I haven't read these books or watched these movies because I feel like there's so many references, awesome references. I feel like he's holding himself in a dream world so he doesn't have to do certain
I knew
things.
this was gonna happen.
Why didn't you stop him?
You're letting your friend down. You gotta purposely put Tony B in jail to...
Please.
No! This feels like an indie film.
What do I gotta count to before I can get up?
Tony?
You're really dead. But I got kids. They got kids.
Dude.
Yo, wasn't that Tony there, the guy you were supposed to cap to prevent this from happening?
I don't know. I guess not. I don't have a piece.
Yo, I'm like scanning the fucking crowd, dude.
There's something Bugsy about him.
Like, I have easily speaking the least amount of words in this episode than any previous episode of The Sopranos. I'm shocked at how good this is, how much I like this, and how much this is suited to my personal, like, favorites.
What the fuck are you doing to yourself? Huh? What's that noise?
It's those nicks outside the hotel with those carriage rides.
No. No, no, no.
Tony, you're so much better than when we were kids.
See what I tell you, the best, huh? Oh, she likes it when you rub her muzzle.
I'm in love, dude.
I think I want to come home.
There are some non-negotiable conditions.
Like what?
You can't have your horse in.
No!
Kidding me? The smell and shit all over the place?
Clean up after her.
You always say that.
Why are you looking at me like that, motherfucker? Back up.
I should go.
You didn't take care of that?
This episode is disorienting.
What? Check this out.
Be careful.
I don't think you're going to do anything. Yo, this feels like a fucking trippy-ass David Lynch movie. What a shot. Obviously, it's included with the weird, the freaky, the this, the that. The cinematography of this episode has been genuinely incredible. Like, easily, by far, the best of the show. The shows always had great cinematography. I wouldn't necessarily, like, put it S tier, but this episode specifically has been S tier for me.
Look at you.
How you doing, Coach Molinaro?
Me, I'm fine. What's that you got there? A bigger dingus than the one God gave you? You dumbass.
Like, I can't tell if he's, like, flashing through some of his childhood memories as an adult.
Cleave yourself away from them bums you hang with, I said.
Well, I'm in therapy now.
Even worse.
That's a damn shame. You all listened to that pissmeyer, Arthur Bucco. He was the worst of the bunch. I told you that.
He owns a restaurant. He's doing great.
Bucco?
Yeah.
So what? The exception that proves the rule.
Oh, you know everything, don't you?
I suppose you blame it on your father when you're crying to that shrink of yours.
No, I'm on my mother.
Of course, even better.
Well, my family was different than other kids' families.
You know, I'll bet you got that psychologist wrapped around your finger.
Well, that's what you always told me I was good at, right?
I also told you, most likely, you'd take the easy way out. I see you on TV.
Oh, yeah?
I can't speak. I'm in awe at how...
5 o'clock news.
Then you realize I got nothing to apologize to you for. I am a leader. Got a house with $1.2 million, 2 kids, wife.
Do you?
Do I? Yeah, she's got the big house because I'm successful.
You and I know your little secret.
You know, I only told you I wanted to be a coach because I like playing ball. But I was just shining you on because that's what I do with people.
I told you many times, Anthony, you were special. You had smarts, personality, leadership,
just
potential,
thinking about, like...
all the perquisites to lead young men onto the field of sport.
A failure of a life he's had. He has nothing. He has this, he has that, and he always just lashes out in anger and... Bullets tinkle. Oh my god.
Bear!
Obviously shouldn't want to do it, but... Another dream! I cannot... I until I'm in the next episode, I can't believe that anything is real. My heart has been... That's another... My heart has been beating the whole episode. Wow.
Sorry to get you up, but I knew you'd want to know right away.
Know what?
Tony B took out Billy Leotardo.
Wait a minute, you mean Philly?
Billy. Phil got winged. He's in the hospital. TB went ape over Angelo. Phil, he's holding his little brother as the kid's dying in his arms. There's blood all over Phil.
He knew what he was going to do, and he sat there right in his mother's house and pretended. Lied right to my face.
So?
I don't know what to say.
Do the same thing.
Guess TB's fucked, poor guy.
Poor guy. We're all fucked.
It seems like we're always fucked. This has got to be one of the most layered episodes of TV that I've ever seen. And obviously, I'm only going to hit maybe layer 1 or 2.
No, take it.
Thanks.
Fucking symbolic of him getting back into drugs. I love how quiet the episode 2 has been. It allows, again, it allows me just time to sit and take in and think. And in such a, well, I don't even know the word, like...
Yeah, don't get alarmed. Sorry to call you so early, but I gotta cancel the fishing trip. Tell AJ.
You all right?
Yeah. I had one of my Coach Molinaro dreams. Yeah. As usual.
Yeah, Mr. Mole. I wonder where he is now.
He wasn't such a bad guy.
A bad guy? No, he actually took an interest in you.
Well, that was bullshit. It's just his way of keeping me from causing trouble. Make his life easier.
Make your life better.
I told him in the dream. I am sort of a coach now.
Yeah, that's the way you're looking at it, I guess.
We have a losing record. And the vibes are not immaculate.
You were in a dream too.
Oh, yeah?
I was on this horse. Anyway, it's only alright, because in the dream, he was the only alive guy in this car full of dead guys.
Uh-oh!
Who'd you eat with?
Cabin row.
That's nice.
It was all right. The veal was very dry.
God damn. Artie. Quality is
Is that
slipping.
the house next door barking?
Can you hear him?
Absolutely. 5:30 in the morning. Someone ought to serve him some veal. A la strychnine. Is it light where you are yet?
What an episode. Obviously, I'm going to try to pick some of it apart. I'm just going to preface this by saying, not only will you guys, I'm sure, you know, help me along the way, so to speak, be my, fucking ferryman to understand, obviously trying to connect it a little bit to the episode. Just trying to, you know, help me understand things a little more, because obviously, again, I said it near the end of my reaction, this feels like a very layered, very, not as in like it's the most complex thing of all time, but that's the thing with dreams, they're very symbolic, they're very, you know what I mean, something's off about them, but they're still portraying things, and obviously I would assume that there is some heavy foreshadowing in there as well, but I'm gonna try to do my best here. Like I said, again, not like this is the most complex episode in TV history, but this is an episode of TV that gets better and better and better as you rewatch it, I would think. I want to start off by saying this. I think... No, well, they could 100% do more kinds of these episodes, and I would absolutely love it. But I think that might be my favorite episode of the show. I think it might be. And like I said, it's gonna be even better once I like rewatch it, or even not even rewatch it necessarily. Maybe after I finish, you know what I mean, the show, and I like pick up on, oh, that connection there, or that meant that, foreshadowing, that's the symbolism. So it's almost like not only like in present time I liked it. I don't know. I'm gonna be quite honest. Again, obviously, I'm talking about the episode just after I finished it. I haven't edited or anything. I would not be surprised if that is the shortest reaction of my channel on YouTube, because I was silent for 80% of it. Like, it was a very captivating episode. And like I said, that might be my favorite episode, because I told you guys, I fucking told you guys in the beginning of the show, in season 1, when they started doing a couple of dream sequences here, a couple of dream sequences there, that I love dream sequences, because to me, dream sequences feel almost like mini mystery boxes. And I've talked about it on the channel. My favorite genre of TV is a mystery box. I just like the idea of always constantly fucking thinking about plot twists or what's going to happen in the future or something that's unknown, and it's my favorite television experience. This felt very akin to it, and obviously it's a dream sequence. It's not like, again, there's a lot of symbolism, and I would assume a lot of foreshadowing. So you could argue that, like, oh, you can piece things together, but it's not like a 100% set in stone. Like this shit's actually gonna happen. Like Tony's not gonna ride a horse into it. No, it's symbolic, which I'll get into. So it's not the exact same experience as Mystery Box, but like I said, it felt very similar to it. It felt very much like I'm gonna sit the fuck back. I'm just gonna think. And I really do think, like, again, it's a fucking running gag on the channel, my catchphrase, like, oh, another top 5 episode, and I've said a top 5 episode for like 30 episodes of The Sopranos, but I do think I think that's my favorite episode, and if it's not my favorite episode now, I think that after I finish the show, or even after a rewatch, it will become my favorite episode. So I'm going to crown it as such. I think that is my favorite episode so far. Now, let's try to pick this apart. I hope I do not look like an absolute idiot, and to be quite honest, I should have been writing certain shit down, so this conversation might be a little out of sorts. First of all, I just want to talk about the format and the structure of the dream sequence. In the sense of this is something I talked about. I think it was in season 3. I mentioned it was. I think it was season 3 because season 3 was really the season that I like fully I got it. Like I understood some of the structuring of the show of The Sopranos, in the sense of this is a character-driven story. You know what I mean? It almost, again, I don't have a problem with this. Some people might have a problem with this, but I would argue that this show is very slow. It's very monotonous. It's very one-to-one when it comes to like real life, if that makes any sense. So some people don't like that storytelling. Some people want bing bang boom 23 shootings, and you know there's a lot of death in the show, but I feel like it's very casual in a sense. But I felt that this was such a good format to an episode because, as I've spoken about, we don't need to see the action. We never need to see the action. We need to see the reaction. We need to see the follow-up. We need to see what characters think about it. Specifically, we need to see what the main character, one of the greatest characters in the history of fiction, Tony Soprano, thinks of what's going on. And that's what we perfectly got. You know, with the, what was it? Billy? Yeah, Billy Leotardo. Like with that death. You know, we may see the flashback or something like that, or maybe even like open up next episode with that, so sort of, you know, jump to the Tony B side of things. But and in this episode, we don't need to see it because Tony's not there. Tony's not, you know what I mean? Tony, it's almost like instead of just having a scene of, you know, fucking Silvio walking in or of Chris walking in and going, this happened. No, you get a long sort of understanding or thinking about what's going on, like almost like he's piecing it together. It's a very sort of abstract puzzle-like way of watching a character think about things, if that makes any sense. It's almost like I love TV, but something that's not just because of the difference in the avenue of entertainment. Something that's not done as good as books is something like inner dialogue, inner monologue, thinking through things. Because in a book, you read a book, you can just, you know what I mean? You just have sentences of a character thinking in their head. You know what I mean? You can't necessarily show that perfectly, and that's why I love a show that has dream sequences, because it's an excellent way for not only the creators to keep the audience entertained and on edge and, you know what I mean, try to pick things apart, but you also see step-by-step characters thinking about certain things. So I really liked that episode. Again, it almost felt like, again, I'm going to get into the plot specifics and the symbolism and all that in 1 second, but it almost felt like a bad omen. I felt uncomfortable the entire episode, and this whole season, really. Like, the flashbacks not flashbacks, the dream sequences have been, I don't want to say scary, but something's been off about them. They feel more and more ominous or deadly. And, you know, it plays sort of into... Well, I think that Tony 100% has to die and will die at the end of the story. 100%. 100,000%. That scares me. The reason that scares me is because not for Tony, and again, I'll repeat, I think Tony is one of the greatest characters of all time. I have a toxic relationship with him, like I'm sure that you guys do, because that's how he's written. I love him 1 second, and then I fucking despise him 1 second. But the reason that scares me, him dying, is because his story is so revolved. Its entire nature is about his connection to his family. And him wanting to protect his family, and him sort of, you know what I mean? Realizing how his childhood was fucked up, and how he missed so many opportunities, or made so many mistakes, or his caused his family to go down this route. He's the root cause of everything. I think that's something that he very vividly, I don't want to say learned, because I feel like it's something he's always subconsciously known, but I really feel like that was visualized in this episode, and again, I'll get into that in a minute. But as seen with some of the symbolism, and with, again, Tony's sort of understanding of certain things, the only way for him to protect his family is to change. At his core, fucking change. And, as I've said in every single fucking episode of the show, he does not change. He has always been the same. And I really don't think that he will ever change. You know what I mean? That scene with them, the fucking bringing the Huas into the house. Like, my understanding, I feel like, I don't know. Because again, I repeat, Tony is not a fucking idiot. he's I don't you guys never go. I hope you know what I mean by this. Tony's not an idiot, but he's stupid. I hope that's understood. Maybe reverse. Maybe he's not stupid, but he's an idiot. He knows that he's the cause of this, and in real life he lashes out like a fucking baby. He throws temper tantrums because he doesn't want to accept that. And I don't want to necessarily say that these dream sequences were him accepting that, but more of just a like understanding of like, oh yes, this is the reason. So obviously you saw this episode. He is fucking, horribly lonely. He almost self-hating, very sort of isolating himself. He's not happy with these whores. I don't want to call them whores. I'm just, as in like I don't want to disrespect the women. Don't think that's how I'm just, you know what I mean? That's how he views them, as just a sort of an escape for a couple hours. But her getting on fire, I should have picked this up in the beginning, but it almost felt like fucking biblical, like it was a fucking sin. You know what I mean? Like God himself lit the entire situation on fire as a way to punish Tony. It's almost what it felt like to me. Or you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna assume that the first couple scenes of pre-hotel, like him getting to the hotel, was all real. But even it's funny too. And I would assume it's done on purpose because it's a wild coincidence, if not. But like even the first scene, something immediately felt off to me. Like this is a dream, and then 70% of the episode is a dream sequence. So I can't believe that, dude. This is my favorite episode probably. But again, going back to what I'm saying with Tony, and just sort of getting a little scared for the end of the story. It feels like we're getting more and more blatant with the death symbolism. And it's been there from the beginning. It has been there from the beginning. It's something I picked up on in the beginning. Again, I repeat, me and Dace, predicted a death. Probably it was either in season 1 or season 2. Like I felt very confident about that. Tony just feels like when you're watching TV, you think about the main character. I don't know about you guys, but I immediately think to the ending, you know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen at the end? And typically, when you have a main character, it's very simple, but, they're either going to die, they're either going to go in jail, or, they're going to not be in jail. They're going, you know what I mean? So, 3 simple things, and I just sort of, like, try to picture where I want certain things to happen. Like, story-wise, again, I don't know how to describe it. I don't necessarily want to say I want Tony to die, but at the same time, I don't really care. If that makes any sense. Like, again, personality-wise. Like, he's a piece of fucking shit. I would be perfectly fine if he fucking died. I even said, I don't know if it was last episode. It's been a couple days since I last, I did a little binge. So I watched a couple episodes back to back. But I know in one of my last episodes, I spoke about how I kind of get the vibe that I could see a world in which, again, very sort of Wire-esque. I could see a scene, not that happens in The Wire is like the last scene. Don't get confused, okay? I shouldn't have said Wire-esque. It's a very specific little detail of The Wire. But I could almost see a world in which Tony gets like fucking like shot in the head the last scene of the show. As like, nah, that's a little dramatic. I don't know how to describe it. Or like, I don't know, him going into a room and a pool of blood appearing. Something along those lines of like a very sort of melodramatic, nonchalant, sort of like ominous, like you got what you fucking deserve sort of thing. But again, my main point, what I'm trying to get to, if Tony's character is surrounding him trying to help his family or trying to prevent his family from going down the same path that he did, that sort of stuff, he would need to change, and he will never change. So that makes me, again, I've got the vibe that I think that everyone near him, close to him, is going to fucking die. Not die. That was very dramatic for me. Not die, but just like end up in a horrible situation. You know what I mean? Like Carmela, like losing everything she has or something like that. And again, not the end of the fucking world, but for Carmela and especially for Tony, I feel like that would be the ultimate failure. If he completely gives Carmela nothing, which obviously he loves Carmela. he loves Carmela. He wants to get back with her, but he will never let go of the whores. But I would argue that him wanting to get back with Carmela is, I'll give him at best 50-50. 50-50, he loves Carmela for the 50%. The other half is he's dependent upon her. And regrets, again, he regrets the fact that they're not together, but he doesn't respect the fact that it was him who did it. And I want to repeat, I feel like this episode very visually showcased that he knows that it is his fault. But again, he's Tony Soprano. He will never do anything for it. But anyway, going back to Tony's family, I could see a world in which, I don't know, Meadow gets kicked out of school or something like that because of a connection with Tony, or, you know what I mean, AJ gets fucking, something, I feel like something bad will happen to everyone, and more specifically, and someone whom, again, I don't talk about it that much because it's funny. I really like The Sopranos. There's I wish Artie was more of a major character. Not that he's not a major character, because I'm pretty sure he's main build and all that, but Artie I feel like is the most underutilized character for me, because I could watch him so much more. But just thinking about, again, you know, what I've been saying these last couple episodes, and especially with the sort of, again, this part was probably the most blatant aspect of the symbolic part of the, you know what I mean, of Artie being in a car full of dead people. That sort of felt like the most, like, on the head, like, yeah, yeah, probably gonna happen. But I could definitely, I could definitely see. I would try to put money on Artie dying, but again, it's one of those things. Like, I don't think that Tony will ever change, but would he ever change? You know what I mean? Again, I don't expect some happy little... I could see a world in which he tries to change and he makes things worse, or he just immediately backs out of it. Someone like Artie, I could see a world in which, because, you know, he had a realization, like, is Artie okay? Artie's in a, you know what I mean, car full of dead people. I could see a world in which, you know, he tries to sort of help him or save him, or again, yeah, and I could see him bring him down to the bad side and getting him killed. But I don't know. I think that Artie's gonna die. This show is so fucking horribly deadly because I feel like everyone's gonna die. Again, I feel like Artie's gonna die. I feel like, well, not Adriana is dead. Adriana has got to die. That isn't like I don't want her to die, but she made her bed the minute that she got fucking clocked. Okay, it's just a slow. It's almost like draining her of her blood. Like, you know what I mean? It's like she's being tortured, and she has the expectation that if I go through the torture, I'll be able to get out free, or I'll get out safe on the other end. When no, it's very obviously going to be a torturing you and then you die situation. So, I see her dying. I see Tony dying. Again, people like Paulie and Junior are characters whom they have survived significantly longer than I would have expected them to. You know what I mean? Like, this, I mean, you can already Junior's whole storyline nowadays is, you know what I mean, about death and thinking about death, and Tony's character is just thinking about him dying and almost like being a failure. I don't know. Talk about the leadership with that. Was it Molinari, Coach Molinari? I mean, he is a leader, but I don't. He's obviously not an important leader because he's fucking doing illegal shit. So he's not a good part of society. He's not something to be proud of. He is a rat. He's a parasite. A plague on all that's good. All that's good and holy. So, you know what I mean? Nothing to be proud of there. But, I mean, even then, I like, just with the nature of this mafia thing, like, I don't even think I can say that he's a good leader. Because this whole, like, again, it really feels like the mafia in this show, and I would assume, you know, it felt like that in The Godfather. You know, it felt like that oh, I'm gonna watch more Mafia stuff. But it feels like that most of the time, in the sense of the Mafia just feels like a bunch of fucking toddlers that try to, you know what I mean, play Legos together. And the minute that someone, and it's inevitable because it's fucking children playing with Legos, the minute that someone knocks over a tower, we fucking point guns at each other. Like that, you know what I mean? So, like, I can't say that anyone's a good leader because everyone just ends up fucking dead. Everyone below them ends up dead, everyone above them ends up dead, and then they eventually get popped unceremoniously. So, that's what I meant. That's the word I was looking for. When Tony dies at the end of the show, and I 100% guarantee that he fucking will, I feel like his death is going to be unceremonious. I'll get into it, but unfit for a king. And Tony himself is an unfit king, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's something that is very noticeable in this episode. And again, I feel like I've said for the last 15 minutes, give me 1 minute, I'll get to the symbolism, or try to pick it apart. It's almost like I'm buying time to think about things, but I feel very much as like a Tony doesn't feel like almost like imposter syndrome. Especially as time goes on, he doesn't feel fit for the role, and he will be killed in a way that won't be like he's the top dog, if that makes any sense. I could see a world in which someone like I forget their names. God damn it. It was a season 2 with Chris and get popped by, I believe, Matt and someone else. I could see something like that in the sense of Tony takes down like the big bad of the season, you know what I mean? His big rival. And I don't know, it's like in a cringy way, but in almost like a celebratory sort of situation. Like he has a party or something and walks out. And then he gets popped by like 2 lower level people who are, you know what I mean, trying to make a name for themselves in the world. I could definitely see something like that going on. So, okay, I'm gonna stop thinking about the end of the show. I feel like every episode of the show I keep thinking about the end of the show nowadays. So, let me try to talk some symbolism, maybe some foreshadowing. I don't know if I'll be able to predict any of that. I really don't. I really don't. First things first, just the you know, this entirety of the dream sequence, it felt very much like again, very sort of stated, in the sense of, you know, it's like an escape for him. You know, he's purposefully, from what I was seeing, he's purposefully holding himself away from the real world because he doesn't want to deal with the issues. Obviously, he's very troubled with the issues and the solutions and all that, and I would be... Obviously, he is of the opinion, and probably the most common, or the most, like, one-to-one, like, easiest way to solve it from a mafia perspective is probably to kill Tony B. To sort of... again, this whole show just feels like a... it's like the Cold War. You know what I mean? In the sense of... war, like all-out war, is on the horizon at all times. It's brewing at all times. But we just need. It seems like we just keep killing people to slow that down, to stop it. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking nuclear core. You know, a nuclear reactor where we like cool it down for a little bit before, and then we gotta let it heat back up or something like that. I don't know how. I'm not a fucking. I don't even know the word. But it feels very much like short-term issues. Oh no, huge problems with short-term answers. Jesus Christ, solutions. You know, in the sense of Tony B's presence looked like it could start a war, or he's like, you know what I mean? He's killing people. Let's just pop him. That's what this whole entire fucking show is, to be quite honest. So, anyway, getting into the symbolism. I'm sorry, this is my new catchphrase for the episode. I'm also just trying to think. So again, the sort of fire on a whore felt very biblical. Listen, real quick. Was Melfi actually at that hotel? I would assume not, right? Like that him getting to the hotel was in the portion of the episode that I would argue that I would put money on that isn't a dream. But that almost does feel like very kind of like dream sequency, like people are showing up everywhere. What the fuck is that? Okay, that's another thing too. Real quick. I'm sorry. So another thing too with dream sequences and symbolism, just like real dreams too. There's probably so much symbolism in there, but I would argue that not every single little fucking piece of object, not every single object or this or that has to be symbolism. Some stuff can just be a little weird. Again, the only thing with the Toblerone bar that I was picking up is maybe a addiction sort of thing. I kind of want to look shit up. I'm pulling up my other tab. Hold up, guys. I don't want to get too close to you here. Let me lean in a little bit. What does losing teeth symbolize? Let's see. Feelings of anxiety, stress, and a perceived loss of control in one's life. You know, not a bad way. I don't want anyone to mistake what I'm saying. It almost feels like Chase looked up most common dreams. Oh, this is symbolic of that. Perfect. What else? I can't even think of any specific fucking. I don't know. Well, I'm reading more into personal loss, communication issues. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I can't speak correctly. Wow. I like that. I like that a lot. Again, it really does feel like he. I don't even know how to describe it because his issues, his root causes, you know what I mean? His childhood, his abuse, the therapy and stuff like that. I feel like he understands what Melfi is saying to him. He understands some of these dream sequences, and he understands stuff like that, but he doesn't accept them. He doesn't use them. So, when you bounce back to real life, he doesn't actually, remember or think about this stuff. Even though he's smart enough to know some of the warning signs, he doesn't accept it, if that makes any sense at all. Again, like I was saying with the Carmela stuff, like Carmela saying, you can come back if you don't bring the horse into the house. He understands that. He knows that that's the easy solution. Hey, everything could again, I don't want to say that sometimes rainbows immediately, but he could definitely get back with Carmela if he did never fucking touch that aspect of his life again. But he never will not touch it. So, man, I kind of want to. So I might need to do more often. I feel like I'm stupid for not doing it more often. I need to skim the episode to just. Sorry for my mic is right by the microphone. I don't want to. Sorry for the clicking aspect. Man, wow, this was more real life than I thought. What is it? 30? It's exact. Okay, so what? 20 minutes of real life, 30-minute dream. Makes sense to me. The Carmine stuff. Obviously, I could see him being like, "Oh, I miss my wife." Same thing with Tony. I feel like Tony sees that as his future. But again, he's never going to change to stop that. It's like an inevitable. Again, this show feels very inevitable, if that makes any sense. Specifically surrounding Tony and his fate. It feels to me like it's just a ticking time bomb of like, okay, when's Tony gonna get it? Now I obviously know that if Tony is ever gonna get it, and he probably will, it would happen in the finale. We're not gonna fucking. Let's pop Tony in episode 17 and let's let Meadow and AJ be the main. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. So. I loved the scene with the Gloria in the therapy chair. Really did love that. And with the Melfi voiceover. Love the TV. This felt very, keep making references to it. Like David Lynch, fucking Twin Peaks, or The Leftovers. Mr. Robot in the Mr. Robot season 1 episode 4. And I love that. Like, dude, for those of you who haven't watched Mr. Robot, please go watch Mr. Robot. And absent no spoilers, but something like a season 1 episode 4 of Mr. Robot. It's very much it's exactly structured as this episode is, in the sense of you start off with real life, and then you get like a 20-minute dream hallucination. You know what I mean? Thing that is insanely foreshadowing and insanely symbolic. Same thing with this. Like I got these same exact fucking vibes. But it felt so disorienting. Oh man, there's so much symbolism that I'm not gonna pick up on. I know that I'm not, but what are you gonna do, man? The fucking Phil, man. Phil is still kicking too. Phil's gonna be a problem. I love Phil, dude. I love Phil. I don't. He feel. This makes any sense. Again, I don't. This season, especially, I'm not saying like he's the main villain of the season, because this season feels very like a by committee sort of thing. You know, as opposed to like a Richie in season 2 or Olivia in season 1 or Olivia and Jr. You know what I mean? Ralphie. It feels very much like a everybody's involved sort of thing. I see Patsy in the background of one of the scenes. It's crazy. Like mostly people I don't recognize, and then like just one scene there's Patsy. But out of like, if I'm just comparing Phil to other villains who have been in the show for a little while, as on like a couple episode stretches, I would think that Phil might be the simultaneous most, I don't know, ruthless in a sense of not like he's very like intimidating, but just more of like a cold like bang bang sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean? No funny business, but also like a really fucking petty and emotional baby. Like, well, they're all like that. All of them. I don't know. There's something unique about Phil that I don't know if I can immediately put my finger on. But something is. It's like the dreams and the symbolism. Like I know that something is off. So I know that something is there. I don't know if I can exactly point to what that exactly is. I kind of want to. Him being fucking chased down. I love that Godfather reference that was in the thing too. I picked up on it, guys. I want to. Man, I can't find a shot of the crowd. Only people I recognized back there were, well, not recognized as in like a. Only people I spotted were Paulie and Patsy. Obviously him having sex with Charmaine and the hoof sounds. I can't speak right now. Obviously immediately playing into the horse thing. I think that, well, the horse is obviously the most blatant piece of symbolism, so that's probably why that's one of the only ones I'm picking up on. But again, this is that is gonna be it for me. I've gone through the whole episode. I bet there's 20 other fucking things that, you know, were symbolic of something, and I will pick up on in the future. And that's another thing too that I'm kind of happy. Again, I'm very far ahead on Patreon by now. I might even already be done the show. So you guys can be pretty open with your like explaining the pieces of symbolism, or maybe even explaining some of the exact foreshadowing. So I'm very interested to read those in the future. But again, I think that's going to be it for me for the discussion. My brain is steaming. But I think that was my favorite episode of the show. Again, I want to repeat, like, stuff like White Caps and season 4 episode 9. I'm blanking on the name right now for some stupid. I think it was season 4 episode 9. Yeah, damn, I'm stupid. I'm really good with TV titles, and I'm forgetting for some reason. But I feel like on my first watch right now, having never watched a single episode of The Sopranos, I think this episode is like slightly edging out everything else to be number 1. But in the future, after I finish the show, and after I especially rewatch the show, it will be head and shoulders above the rest as my favorite episode, because that was fucking perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I did an okay job at trying to pick it apart. Like I said, first time watching, I'm not going to get everything, but I feel like I got some of the major points. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full interactions up on Patreon, and if you enjoy the content that I make, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I'll see you guys next week. You guys have a good one.